All right, guys, so let's continue with our exponents, and let's go into dividing exponents. All right, so let's talk about when we divide. So let's just review. The last thing we ended with the other day was when we had something like 2x squared and we cube it. And I said, oh yeah, this is where this inside here is being multiplied 3 times. So this means 2x squared times 2x squared times 2x squared. Well, 2 times 2 is 4. 4 times 2 is 8. So that's 8. There's 2 x's here, 2 x's here, and 2 x's here. 2, 4, 6. So there are 6 x's total. And this was called a power of a power. Well, now we need to take it and we need to talk about what happens if I divide. What if I take that 2x squared to the 3rd power and divide it by 4x? You're like, okay, well, let's expand it out, just like we've been doing. So let's take 2x squared cubed. That's 2x squared times 2x squared times 2x squared on the top. And on the bottom, I have 4x. Let's expand it out one more time. 2 times 2 times 2. We said that was 8. But instead of making it x to the 6th, let's write it out. 2x is here, so that would be x times x times x times x times x times x. I'm going to expand out each of those all over 4x. Well, let's go back and let's just think about something. Whenever I would give you a problem, let's say 3x equals 15, okay? And I would say, what does x equal? You would say, oh, well, divide by 3 on both sides, and x would equal 15 divided by 3 would be 5, right? What did you do right here with 3 over 3? Didn't you mark it off and say, oh, it's gone? Because it actually equals the number 1. So anytime you have x over x, we're going to cross it out. So x over x is going to cross out. Well, let's see what we have left. 8 and 4. 8 over 4. 8 divided by 4 is 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 5 x's on the top. What's on bottom? Because this canceled out and I had a 2, there's nothing left. I could put a 1 on bottom if I wanted to, but remember, anything over 1 is just that number. So I could leave it, if I can write it on my paper, 2x to the 5th. I know that's a little hard to see there. Let me see if I can zoom in a little bit. Yeah, it's hard to see it. That's a 5. Okay, well, that's a 5 right there. Let's try this one. Let's try 9x to the 3rd y over, let's do 18x y. What does that equal? Well, let's expand it out. 9, 1, 2, 3, and a y. 18, x and y. All right, 9 and 18, that reduces. 9 over 18 is 1/2. X over x cancels out, and y over y cancels out. So what am I left with? 1, which I'm not going to write that, but I have 2 x's, which is x 2 times, and I still have this 2 on the bottom, and everything else canceled out. So here is my final simplified answer. Okay, let me get the worksheet out that you guys are going to be doing today. Let's see if I can find it. I believe it's blue. Yeah, it's blue. And let me look at number 3. Okay, so number 3 says, you can still write this in your journal, x to the 4th, y to the 5th, over x to the 3rd, y to the 2nd. All right, let's take a second and let's expand that out. 1, 2, 3, 4 x's, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 y's, 1, 2, 3 x's, 1, 2 y's. Okay, remember anywhere you have they doubled up, you can cross them out. Cross them out, cross them out, cross them out. Y over y, y over y. Okay, what do I have left? I have one x, I have a y. How many y's? 1, 2, 3 y's. And there's my answer. Okay, so I'm going to do one more and we're going to see if we can come up with the rule for dividing. So let's do the next one. Let's do number 6. This is 8 x to the 5th y to the 4th over 4 x to the 2nd y to the 2nd. All right. 8 over 4, and you may want to use your alpha y equals button because sometimes that helps us. 8 divided by 4 is not 4. You're not subtracting. 8 divided by 4 is 2. Then we have 5 x's. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I have 4 y's. 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 2 x's and 2 y's. All right. X's are going to cancel, y's are going to cancel. So here's what I've got. I've got a 2, 1, 2, 3 x's, 1, 2 y's. And there's my answer. Okay, do you notice anything? I went from 4 and a 3 and I got a 1, 5 and a 2 and I got a 3. What operation am I doing here? I went from a 5 and a 2 to a 3, and a 4 and a 2 to a 2. So it looks to me like I have a rule. It looks to me like when you divide, what operation are you actually doing with your exponents? 4 minus 3 is 1. 5 minus 2 is 3. 5 minus 2 is 3. 4 minus 2 is 2. So when you are dividing exponents, you're actually getting smaller because you are subtracting them. All right, so there you go. So now you know how to do division. Now, I'm going to stop this video here and I'm going to go into the next one, but I want you to work a little bit on that on the blue worksheet.